Hello, travelers. Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I am coming to you with a general reading for November 2016 for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with everyone, so please check back to your Moon and Rising sign as they are posted. Um, in order to gain any clarity on your particular situation, this requires a personal reading whereby I meditate on your birth date with the cards and tune into your energy surrounding your specific situation, and I can gain more clarity on it for you that way. The cards are about to make me go in there and make myself a mixed drink because they are, I don't know what they're talking about, but the angel answers has been, I don't know, I can't even explain it. So anyway, let me get a drink of water here and we'll get started with the reading. I have pre-shuffled already, and we had one card fly out. Knight of Swords. This represents the third house of communication. I would think, just from what I'm picking up, just from the card itself, the single card that flew out of the deck, is that it's some news that has come in very quickly, will be coming in very quickly. For some of you, the energies may have already started. For others of you, this may play out into November, possibly even into December. There is no timing in the tarot, so to speak. But in the direction in which this knight is traveling, it's like news from the past coming in. Okay? Now, I will be continuing the open readings through November. I have some new decks that I will be introducing you to. As a matter of fact, I have one here now, the Hermetic Tarot, that I actually had to use to do some clarification on the Scorpio reading. I do have the Sibilas and the Neapolitans here. You know, people, I wish I could tell you it's just an odd, strange energy. We do have the new moon coming up on Halloween. I think it's the 30th of October. That'll be a new moon in Scorpio. New moons are always a good time to set new intentions. The full moon represents the end of a cycle. You know, jettisoning or completing things, ending things, and then picking up something new. So if there's something that you'd like to do or you want to set a goal for yourself, the best way to do that is to use the new moon. And you can start that by writing out your intentions, writing out a list of 10 things of what you would like to accomplish between this new moon and the next new moon of December. And this will be the new moon of November. Now, strangely enough, we've had, in the past 2 months, we've had 2 new moons in 1 month, which is, you know, great. So it's like you get, in 30 days, you get 2 new chances to reset. And you can start making your intentions about 3 days before the new moon. The energy kind of works 3 days before and 3 days after. All right, so we start out with the Knight of Swords, 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. So far, so good. The Hanged Man, the Sun. Wow. Wow. The 10 of Pentacles. Excuse me. That's a good looking spread so far there, Cappies. The damn Tower. But it's okay. And I was just telling the Sagittarians that out of all of the cards in the deck, this is my most favorite card. It's a very impressive card, and it speaks really to just change coming in out of nowhere. 5 of Swords, where we do understand that sudden complete changes can bring a lot of conflict. 9 of Swords. Whatever this change is, It is, it's going to bring up some fears and some nightmares for you, and indeed some losses. Um, as I say, that Knight of Swords kind of comes in. One second. I have two fives, even though this didn't fall in the spread, two fives. Whatever this represents, for some of you, it's going to be rather tough. Um, and it definitely is related to something around the family and the household. This is a thing that's been coming up. It came up in the Scorpio spread. It's now coming. It came up in the Sagittarius spread. Now here we are in the Capricorn spread. So these are changes surrounding perhaps a marriage, a family unit, and the family is not necessarily your blood relatives. It's those people that you have incorporated into your life as part of family, as friends. This is the card of friendship, okay? And again, as I say, it kind of reads two ways. It kind of reads like some news about someone from your past is coming, that maybe they're getting married. But it could also be news coming in from the past quite suddenly that's just arriving, of uh, having to do with something that is cause for celebration, and surrounding a home life or some type of stability. But then I have this odd energy here of the Hanged Man. Now, this is past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. Um, and this is an odd line. This is just a very odd line. There's sudden movement, a sudden event comes through, then all of a sudden it just stops. It's like put on hold. But that hold is tenuous at best. And it can even say that to think that you can stop whatever this is, it's an illusion. That's what the Hangman represents. He represents Neptune. And Neptune is all about illusions, delusions, deceptions, lies. It's not necessarily people doing those things to you, but this is the implication of that. It is self-delusional, self-disillusionment, self-deception, lying to yourself, deceiving yourself. Why do I say that? Because the Hangman put himself in that position. Nobody came along and strung him up on this particular um, wand. He himself put himself up there. Why? Because he needs some time to get clarity on a situation. Now, I don't know, too, if this could be having to do with perhaps maybe someone, um, suddenly there's a sudden injury that happens. And I say that because there sometimes when I see this card, this can mean even sometimes people having vertigo, sudden loss of balance, but it could also be hip surgery, knee surgery, ankle surgery, foot back surgery, um, getting news that there's a sudden surgery that has to come through, okay? Because something occurred out of the blue that nobody expected, you see? Something, and that's typically what the Tower is all about. It's something completely unexpected that you did not know was coming. And maybe the Hangman is saying that you kind of had an inkling, you've been getting the news and the messages, okay, but you've been kind of like, oh, well, whatever, it's not that important, or I can wait, let me hold off on that, I can get through it. But that was an illusion, and this is the past. Now, and basically what I'm getting is whatever this thing, these three cards at the top are really referring to, this energy of the Hangman. Well, here, I'm going to put this shit on hold. I'm going to suspend my beliefs. I'm going to ignore what it is that my intuition is telling me. And I'm just gonna, and everything's hunky-dory. Here I am, I'm happy, I'm successful, life is good. You know, everything's great for the family. Life is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And then bam, and whatever this is, somebody is walking away. Now, I have the 2 3s. I cannot deny that there are 2 3s in this situation. I'm sorry, that's a 3 and a 5. Now, I don't always like to look at the 2 3s and say, well, it's automatically somebody, 3 people in a situation, because sometimes it's not that. It could simply be that there are issues between the 3 people or 2 people, and the issue becomes so big it becomes like the elephant in the room or the third person in the situation. But this speaks to me like the breakup of a friendship, of some kind of relationship, and somebody walking away. It's like suddenly, and sometimes the sun can be a sudden illumination on something, okay? Something being suddenly revealed to you, something that was hidden from you. It was hidden in a cloak, it was shrouded in fog. You knew something was up, but you couldn't figure out what was happening. So you chose to just go through, ignore that, and decide that, you know, well, things are great. But then it descends into this. And the 9 of Swords is the card of fears, of nightmares, repressed worries, repressed thoughts. This could be the windmills of your mind going around and around and around and around about losing something, the fear of losing something or losing someone. This reads like not only losing stability and a family and a home life, this is the fear of losing stability and a home life. Now, in one respect, I do feel that it is some type of relationship issue that will suddenly be coming to an end. 3 of Cups. The same 3 of Cups right here. They are now overturned. And somebody walks away from this situation, or will be walking away, or suddenly walks away. This card can be also having an argument, trying to defend your point at all cost, okay? To defend your position at all cost. But then the question, this card says, you know, there are no winners in this. And is what you're fighting for really worth it? And I think for some of you, this is going to be called into question because this card says questioning beliefs. It's a sudden chaos, a sudden disruption, the clearing of the air, things being revealed, things coming to light, something crumbling to the ground because it was never built on anything stable to begin with. But I have this energy of the 2 of Cups here. Now, I don't really know what this is trying to tell me. I mean, it started off as a beautiful, beautiful spread, and then we come into all of these changes here. See, there's definitely an event. Maybe this is something that occurs like at a family. You know, I have this card and this card. Maybe it's a family celebration. People have come back together but something happens that disturbs the peace. It's a real problem. And it's kind of like saying that everybody was kind of just waiting for it to happen anyway, hoping that it wouldn't, praying that the sun would stay shining on this and making it lovely and wonderful, and then bam. Happy home life, gratitude, marriage, stability, foundations. This right here tells you, this line tells you that this was never stable. And this is the energy of the illumination of that coming to light. Something being revealed suddenly out of the blue. But the revelation is designed to free you. Okay, see the announcement, there's the banner. They're waving over here. Hey. So there's some announcement coming for someone here. Let's go to the Sibilas. You know, this Jupiter in Libra, I think, is shaking up a lot of people's perceptions of relationships. That's the thing that I have been getting in these general readings. It came up in 2 spreads for Scorpio. It just came up in Sagittarius. This is really a restructuring of relationships on all levels. Something is being reset. Um, you know, Libra's all about justice. So the balance is beginning to come back into play. And as we know about justice, you know, whatever the outcome may be, we may not like it, but it is always fair. That is what universal justice is about. It has nothing to do with what you want. It has nothing to do with what anybody else wants. It is the universe and the natural laws reordering the balance of things. And saying, you know, well, this shit's been screwed up for so damn long. You've been deceiving yourself for so long, or someone else has been deceiving you for so long, and you ain't done shit about it. You just been trying to pretend like nothing's happening. You know, walking around with a smile on your face, but inside you got knives inside your heart. You know, well, guess what? I'm fixing to just fix that for you. Okay, I'm fixing to wipe it clean and let the chips fall where they may, and you know, deal with it. So, and that's kind of a harsh message the way I just gave it to you, but and I don't mean it to be harsh like that, but sometimes that's what happens. And I'm picking up a thing that Libra is all about relationships, personal relationships, one-to-one relationships. These are relationships with loved ones, with spouses, with friends, that you have in your work life. This is really the resetting of relationships, trying to bring back a balance, because you're being asked to something, the way is being prepared for something new to come in. And so ultimately, that always means losses in some areas, but the losses are designed to clear the air, clear the path for you to walk a different way. You see, because even though Libra represents the house of marriage, it also represents the house of open enemies. Okay. And this is a situation where, you know, on the outside, everybody thinks that your marriage is great. But then when you guys get behind closed doors, y'all fight like cats and dogs. Well, finally, the situation has become so untenable. Now you're fighting in public. Okay. And now it's war, that thin line between love and hate. And that's what Jupiter and Libra is bringing. See, Jupiter and Libra is all about expansion and growth. Okay. And sometimes it can mean people go over the top, their behavior gets out of whack, and then boom, it creates conflict. Okay. But at the same time, what Jupiter is saying is, look, I want to bring something new to you. Okay. But you're going to have to choose correctly. I'm going to present so many things to you. You know, you're going to have so many opportunities, but you're going to have to choose correctly. You can't let your, like my daddy used to say, don't let your ass cash a check that, or don't write a check that your ass can't cash. Okay. He used to tell me that when I was little all the time. I was like, what, daddy? What does that mean? You know, don't write a check that your ass can't cash. In other words, like Beretta says, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So this is people literally being caught out in situations that, you know, for whatever reason have come about. So let's see what's been hiding here. Because what's odd is I'm not presented with any court cards. There are no court cards here, so it's not giving me an indication of what, except for this Knight of Swords. And this Knight of Swords can be about not being prepared, rushing, debating, arguments, moving ahead too quickly without giving any forethought to the consequences, thinking that this shit is successful, but kind of knowing in the back of your mind that maybe something's not right, or maybe you fear that you've made the wrong choice or moved ahead too quickly. Let's see what this Hangman is about. Fidelity, desperate jealousy, and that speaks to suspicion, doubt, excessive attachments. Not letting go of something perhaps that you should have let go of. Pretending that everything's okay. Deceiving yourself in some way, shape, or form. Refusing to budge. It's not the constraint and inability to act like that of the Prigione in this deck. This is an indication to me that it is the way someone has been thinking. And as we can see here with the Hanged Man, his head is all aglow. So this is someone who does not want to let go of something that they think, I think intuitively they know they should let go of. So since they weren't willing to do that, and someone's still refusing to give up. Let's take a look at this Five of Swords here. No, I want, yeah. And then I'm going to look at that Knight of Swords. You know, this could even be all of a sudden somebody getting a sudden windfall, a lottery win, an inheritance coming in, and then everybody bickering over it. You know, life is really good for us on the surface, and now we got this huge chunk of money that just came out of nowhere, and now it descends into hell because people's true nature come out. Five of Swords, the Doctore, as if mediation doesn't help. We've tried to mediate this out before, but it just doesn't work. My deck is upside down. Hold on. Now I want you to pay attention. The Tower on top of the Tower. That's another Tower situation. It's a very, very unfortunate event. This could even be inviting someone new into the family, into the fold, so to speak. And it turned out that it's like you invited the devil in. Now, isn't this odd? Two Tower cards. I want you to look at this. Two Tower cards. And to me, this card is representative of the Three of Cups. So indeed, that's the message that I'm getting, is that this was somebody that you started, tried to build something with in some way. A new friendship, a new alliance, a new partnership that has come in, and it is like all of a sudden it descended, you know, and you've been trying to mediate this and it hasn't been working out. Now, to me, these kind of negate each other. So to me, what I'm getting is that this is indeed what the situation is all about. It's someone new that has been invited in and is creating this havoc. And it's a misfortunate event. But yet this can also say happiness of the heart. Okay, well, that's not what I'm reading. Maybe this is trying to find something happy out of this event and trying to fight for it. But to me, it definitely speaks of somebody, some element, something new, someone new. I want to look at this Knight of Swords here, because there's an emotional loss taken here. This says that this happiness of the heart was stolen, the Yardro. See, people just don't necessarily come in and steal things from you. They can steal your time. They can steal your thoughts. They can steal your energy. They can steal your emotions. They can steal your faith. They can steal your hope. They can steal your dreams. So, you know, Vedevo, some news coming in. And it's funny because I keep the energy reads like it's backwards. Like this is something, like this is the past and this is the future going this way. That's really how that reads to me. That's the energy of what this is saying. This is the way the situation was. This is something brand new. We're celebrating. I'm so happy. And then news comes in. We have the Vedevo, again, the message that someone uh, is having trouble letting go of something. This is the sad person, the sad, lonely man tied to his past. Who at present is a Gran Signore, or a king of hearts, the man, the lord of the manor, the guy of high society. This could also be speaking to perhaps a loss suddenly of someone's status in the neighborhood or in the community. That's what that card represents. Again, I'm getting this. Look at this. This is so odd. It's the same three cards, but it shows up twice in one deck. But now this is happiness of the heart, and this has to do with love, romantic love. This is about celebrations with friends and family. That's a different kind of love. You know, you have love in different forms. Um, that's quite interesting to me. Again, like somebody brought up something that they can't get rid of. They're trying to get past it. I don't know, people. The cards have been very, very strange. You know, I'm kind of picking up like there's a loss for someone, that this could be the sudden death of someone, um, a sudden accident happening, something that has a violent undertone to it. If not a death, then a serious injury, a serious situation. That's another message that I'm picking up. Let's look at the Five of Cups. And then I'm going to pull an angel answer card. I don't know why I'm getting that message. And it's funny because it's coming to me from these two cards here. Like something happens at a party or an event or something. You know, this is speaking to many different things at the same time. So, you know, take what you can, disregard what you cannot. If none of it resonates, check your moon and rising sign. Let's see what the Five of Cups is. This is a loss. It's like the loss of a friend or family. Someone refusing to let go of something. So in a sense, it's again, this is the Libra, the Jupiter and Libra transit. Well, she showed up upside down, but you see, it's a loss. That says this is an emotional loss. Someone feeling like they've lost something. They're crying over spilled milk. But then I have the card of the denari, money, security, mercante, a new contract, or not a new, but a contract or a negotiation. And then the dona de servizio, which is help. So in a sense, it's like even though there is this, I don't know, maybe betrayal, maybe you find out somebody's been cheating on you, maybe there's new money that has come in and everybody's fighting over it. Maybe there is an event, a family event where something really bad happens unexpectedly, or surrounding this event, something is revealed in some way, shape, or form. It's really, really bugging the crap out of you. You're losing sleep over it. Finally, it culminates in you realizing that, you know, that this shit's over with, okay? You're standing there crying over spilled milk, but then I have these three really positive cards. This is more of a neutral card, so to speak. But I mean, you know, as cards go, they could have been a lot worse. And it's kind of like saying, you know, really don't do that because, look, there's just Two of Cups here. Okay, turn around and focus on what is to come, not what has passed. Remember, not letting go, being too excessively attached to something. Let's see what the angel answer cards have to say. I'm going to have a drink because these cards, I'm going to have a couple of drinks. But these cards is really working me today. Huh, little dog? They are telling these strangest stories. But what's strange is that it's all for every, I've done three. This is the third one. And the theme has been the same around home life and family life and friendship. There is something going on where the energies are starting to change, and it's bringing up a lot of conflicts, separations, fights, breakups, revelations. And in one respect, when you're going through crap like that, it's really bad. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, in the end, you know, if you find out the truth that you thought somebody was your friend and they really wasn't, they've been, you know, stabbing you in the back all along, you know, that's a good thing. Ultimately, angel answer. Well, I'll be damned. And maybe this is what the cards are saying here. Well, I'll be damned. Y'all see that? That means something to somebody out there. That's all I have for you, Capricorns. I do hope the message helped you. And don't forget, this is not just forgiveness of others, but it is also forgiveness of self. And in order to forgive others, you have to first forgive yourself. Okay? Don't be so hard on yourself for any perceived mistakes that you have made. Because really, it's not a mistake and it's not a failure. It's a learning experience. And we all have to go through those. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Until next time, namaste.